everybody. Well, in this video, I'd like to talk about Pastor Kenneth Copeland and Copeland Ministries. For those of you that don't know, Kenneth Copeland is a televangelist preacher based in Fort Worth, Texas. And he's a pretty cool preacher. I've seen a few of his videos. But there's a lot of controversy surrounding him and his ministry, which I don't know if a lot of you heard, but I have written down, and I'd like to know everyone's opinion on it. What I got here is, it is stated that he owns 5 airplanes, or his ministry, one of which is valued at $17.5 million. Now, what a preacher would need with that kind of airplane, I don't know. In 2009, Copeland's $3.6 million jet was denied tax-exempt status. Now, why he would try to get his $3.6 million jet tax-exempt, I don't know. Copeland's ministry bought a multi-million-dollar Gulfstream V or 5 jet airplane. Now, I would like to know what a ministry would need that expensive airplane for. In August 2018, Copeland requested another $19.5 million for building of a hangar, upgrading a runway, and maintenance. Now, I'm not a expert or nothing, but you don't need that much money to build a hangar, upgrading the runway, and maintenance. You don't need that much. Maybe a couple million at most, but you don't need $19.5 million. In 2015, Copeland defended the use of private jets as necessary for their ministry, said flying commercially like regular airplanes is like getting in a long tube with demons. Now, why a preacher would say that about his fellow man, I don't know. And why you need to fly private, I don't know. Because I know a few preachers myself, and they don't have no private jets. They don't fly private jets. They fly regular airplanes like you and me. And they would never call their fellow man demons. Copeland advised the faithful to continue to be paying tithes. For those of you that don't know, is to pay a small amount to a church or a religious facility, even if they lost their jobs. This was during the COVID-19 pandemic, when a lot of people lost their jobs, which to me, that's not right, because people have other things you have to worry about, like buying food, paying their bills, and having a roof over their head, rather than paying that to a religious compound. And if he was a real preacher, he would have more compassion for them. Copeland failed to disclose the salaries of his directors, which that to me personally, that says he's hiding something, or they're covering something up. Now, I'm not talking bad about Pastor Copeland. I am a Christian myself. I am not talking bad about Copeland. I am not going against God or nothing, but all this seems kind of weird. Copeland Ministries was criticized in 2010 for failing to fly disaster relief missions to Haiti after allegedly promising an aviation relief program called Angel Flight 44. That was announced in 2006, and the ministry attempted to raise money for it, to fund it. Co-author of the book, Angel Flight 44, promised to form the aviation ministry, but the ministry never put it together. Instead, a spokesperson for the ministry said the money was spent on airplane repairs. December 2007, Copeland Ministries was one of 6 ministries investigated in the United States Senate inquiry into tax-exempt status of religious organizations. Now that right there should raise red flags about what's going on. The last thing I have written down here is a former employee stated that Copeland Ministries used guerrilla tactics to keep employees silent. They were flat out told and threatened that if they talked, God will blight their finances, strike down their families, and afflict us with everything evil and unholy. Rather, God would allow Satan to do that to employees who speak out. Now, I don't know about you guys, but a real preacher would never, ever say that to one of his workers. I know a lot of preachers myself, and I've been to a couple churches in the past, and they were never like that. They never threatened no one, nothing. Now again, I want to say I am not talking bad about Copeland or his ministry, but all this seems kind of fishy because the preachers I know, they don't fly commercially, they don't live in multi-million-dollar mansions, they don't drive Cadillacs or Mercedes, nothing like that. So why he's doing all this, I don't know. Maybe he won the lottery at some point. Maybe he struck oil or something. I don't know. I don't need to know. But all this controversy surrounding Copeland Ministries is kind of fishy. So I would like to know everyone's opinion. What do you guys think?